Jack, the Ghost Griffin, was a man shrouded in mystery. A seasoned hitman, he had built a reputation for being untouchable, always disappearing into the shadows after completing a job. The career spanning over 2 decades, Griffin had amassed a list of targets that read like a who's who of the world's most powerful and influential figures. Asterisk. Griffin's latest target was a wealthy businessman named Marcus Thompson, who had been making waves in the wrong circles. Thompson's dealings had attracted the attention of a powerful organization, and they had decided it was time for him to be silenced. Griffin received a cryptic message from his employer, a mysterious figure known only as the Director, with the details of the hit. Asterisk. He studied Thompson's routine, identifying the perfect moment to strike. As Thompson left his office building, Griffin emerged from the crowd, his eyes locked on his target. With precision and calculation, Griffin approached Thompson, his gun drawn. A single shot rang out, and Thompson crumpled to the ground. Griffin vanished into the chaos, leaving behind a trail of confusion and fear. Asterisk. But this job was different. Griffin had been watching Thompson's family, and something about the man's young daughter caught his attention. She was a bright and curious child, with a smile that seemed to light up the entire room. Griffin couldn't shake the feeling that he had just taken out a man who didn't deserve to die. Asterisk. As Griffin grappled with his conscience, the Director sensed a disturbance in his usually reliable operative. He dispatched a team to eliminate Griffin, forcing him to go rogue. Griffin now found himself hunted with his own life on the line. He knew he had to move fast, using his skills to stay one step ahead of his pursuers. Asterisk. With his skills turned against his pursuers, Griffin navigated the treacherous underworld, determined to uncover the Director's true identity and bring an end to the cycle of violence. The stakes were higher than ever, and Griffin's future hung in the balance. He knew that if he was caught, he would be silenced, just like Thompson. Asterisk. Griffin's investigation led him down a rabbit hole of corruption and deceit. He discovered that Thompson had been working on a high-stakes deal, one that could have brought down a powerful organization. The Director, it seemed, was just a pawn in a much larger game. Asterisk. As Griffin dug deeper, he attracted the attention of a mysterious woman named Sarah. She was a skilled operative with a talent for infiltration and sabotage. Sarah had her own agenda, one that aligned with Griffin's goals. Together, they formed an uneasy alliance, working to take down the organization from the inside. Asterisk. Their mission was fraught with danger, with both sides suffering heavy losses. Griffin and Sarah found themselves in a desperate game of cat and mouse, racing against time to uncover the truth behind Thompson's murder. They encountered a cast of characters, each with their own motivations and secrets. Asterisk. There was Victor, a high-ranking member of the organization who seemed to be hiding something. Rachel, a brilliant hacker who provided Griffin and Sarah with crucial intel. And then there was the Architect, a mastermind who seemed to be pulling the strings from behind the scenes. Asterisk. As the stakes grew higher, Griffin and Sarah found themselves in a world of danger and deception. They fought to stay alive, using every trick in the book to outsmart their enemies. Kaysen's skills were put to the test as he took on the organization's top operatives. Asterisk. In the end, Griffin and Sarah emerged victorious, having brought down the organization and uncovered the Director's true identity. But the victory came at a great cost. Griffin had lost everything, including his reputation and his sense of purpose. He was left to wonder if he could ever go back to his old life, or if he would be forever changed by the experience. Asterisk. As Griffin walked away from the ruins of the organization, he knew that he would never be the same. He had seen the darkest corners of human nature, and he had come out on top. He also knew that he would never be able to go back to being a ghost, always looking over his shoulder, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Asterisk. Griffin's story was one of redemption, of a man who had lost his way but found a new purpose. He would always be a hitman, but he would no longer be a slave to his employers. He would work on his own terms, using his skills to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. And as he disappeared into the shadows, Griffin smiled, knowing that he had finally found his true calling.